Ladies and gentlemen, Satio Vance here, and welcome to a ship review. Now today, we're going to be taking a look around the Origin 300i. There are a few others in this range. There's a 315, which is the Exploration. You've got the 350R, which is the Racer, and you've got the 325A, which is the Fighter. And then we've got this one in front of us. This is sort of the base model, you could call it. This has had a rework. They all needed reworking, mainly for the reason the cargo wasn't really viable with the new cargo unit system. I say the new one, it's been in for a couple of years now. It was one of the, I think it was like the third or fourth ship in Star Citizen. That was a long time ago. Well needed for a rework. The 600 series set the base design for the 300 series. So when you're looking at this, it does have a lot of character from the 600, the shape and the design. I like it. I think it's nice. And they fixed the cargo aspect of it as well. So that's pretty cool. So you don't even need to go up the steps with the cargo. And I'll show you that in a second. Let's go and have a look around anyway. Let's have a look from the front. The idea of this ship is it's sort of an executive posh ship, I would say. Luxury, non-industrial. Everything sort of folds up inside, all the landing legs, everything. Does look really nice. Wheels at the front, 3 in total. Doors here as well, it's pretty decent. One thing it has kept is these rear wings. This design. This was in the original concept. Not quite that shape. You get the sort of idea of it, don't you? It's definitely different. Are them pieces actually connected? I think they are, aren't they? There they are. Does make it a little bit higher, doesn't it? Engines on the rear there look pretty decent as well. Looks like it's got an extra layer, doesn't it, as well? If you look at this back piece here, there's like a skin. It's not quite connected to the ship. That runs about halfway across the ship. Over to about this section here, where it sort of ends here on this little notch up at the top there. Pretty decent guns on it. Starting to like this ship. I've been using it in 3.5 quite a bit. Purely because of the cargo aspect of it now. It's just nice and easy. And I'll show you. Right, the cargo is here. I've even whacked some cargo units in it. Does go down a little bit too far at the moment. Either that or they need to lift the suspension up a bit. That tapping noise. Almost like I've got someone locked in one of the boxes, isn't it? Put some cargo on it so you could see what it looks like. You can see it's based around these boxes now. It's a perfect fit. You're not going to get much else in there because it's quite low. You could probably get a couple of players in there if you really wanted to, but they'll have to be crouching or lying down. There's not much height on the top roof there. Cool thing is, if you go and do like a small box mission and you want to do like 5 or 6 of them, you could just stack up all the boxes in here. You can walk in when they're not there. Put them on the pad. Obviously zip it back up. Just come over here and up it goes. Pretty cool, eh? Some nice lights. I think the design and the physical look of it looks way better than the last one. Textures look better. I think the design looks better. It's been thought out much better than the previous one. I.e. the cargo, and also the inside as well. That reminds me of a sort of plane door, doesn't it? Don't you think? Like when you get on a plane, the way that opened. My only gripe at the moment is it's a bit slow to get in, because I've selected get in. If I'm being shot now, sometimes you could be waiting there for 4 seconds before it picks you up. Probably like them to change that, maybe speed up that process a little bit on that animation. Door closes. All the normal controls there as well. First aid. And one thing is pretty cool is, look, it's got this. And you will notice now, just about, head height is not an issue. I imagine the glass roof has something to do with that, because if you look at the thickness of this piece here, if it was that thick and the glass wasn't there, I think your head would be clipping. By giving it that glass roof, and it looks cool as well, doesn't it? Great visibility if you and your mate are going and doing a mission and you're trying to find something or a location. It's almost like there's no glass there, isn't it? Definitely glass there. And you do get a little bit of glass here as well. So what else we got? We have a toilet. There is no shower, not the end of the world. Did try closing the door. You can't close the door while you're on the loo, which is a bit weird, isn't it? Fire extinguisher. That's extra. And then at the back here, you've got your little tap area, mini fridge, cupboard here, but will probably open later, I'm guessing. Over the back, you've got what looks to be a weapon rack, cupboard that will probably be able to open later on. Then you've got your bed, which you're going to be needing because you can save in that, can't you? If you want to log out. Does look similar, doesn't it? It does look like the old one a little bit. When you look around and you see all these sort of lines, you know, these blue lines running around here, all these accents. This is probably one of the very few reworks that they've done on the interior where I think it's kept quite a bit of its original concept idea. If you remember the old camper van in the Mustang series, I mean, that wasn't a rework, was it? It was a new ship. When I first stepped in here, I felt like I was in the 300 series. They've kept a lot of that base design, particularly with the seat as well. It looks very familiar. We'll have a look round the front before we jump in the seat because you can't see everything. And check them pedals out down there. Pretty cool, isn't it? Nice wheel there. Lots of glass around by your head, which is really, really decent. I've actually really enjoyed flying this now it's got cargo. Jump in the seat. I think there are some sound issues.
Flare countermeasure active.
Well, first of all, I mean, we can't argue about that visibility, can we? That is just awesome, isn't it? Probably one of the better ships, really, isn't it? That's what I found. They've really, really shrunk these down as well. Have you noticed? They're really, really small. Prefer that. You can still do that and zoom in with the mouse wheel, so not an issue, is it? If you really want to see them clearly. Obviously, you've got your map in the middle. One thing I'm not too keen on is this. Yeah, you're not going to say this big orange thing here. Maybe it's to help you find the buttons, but I'm just not keen on it, really. It just looks a bit awful when you're flying, this big orange bar lining up. On this side, you've got open exterior. Obviously, lock and unlock. Exit. You've got an eject as well. I haven't tried it yet. You've got engine on, engine off, and then you've got over here. Should we turn engine off?
Weapons
There we go, you've got flight. We'll put it into flight ready, shall we?
Origin jump works at your service. Core system operational.
Now, of course, this being 3.5, it does have the new flight model. Some of the ships have, I'm not going to say not finished, some of them don't seem to suffer with G. I don't know if you can look on my crosshair now, can you see that there? Don't know why I'm pulling 1G when I'm sitting on the pad, but that's the G meter there now, they've added that. This little icon here is obviously your landing gears, up or down, so that's pretty handy. One thing is, looks like it's missing. I haven't got any elevation lines, have I? Have you noticed? I'm guessing that's missing. Looks a bit weird when you're flying with no elevation. What else have we got around here? You can see that this is a quality ship, isn't it? Let's take off.
Launch complete.
One thing I do like about the new flight model, going off topic a little bit, is the fact that now, if you're using mouse and keyboard, when going up and down, just hold up and then scroll the mouse really slowly, and then it just gradually moves you up and down. Now set that speed, no matter what direction I go, I'm set at that speed. Gives you a lot more granular control rather than doing a landing and slamming down. Let's head over this way anyway. So overall, what do I think of the flight aspect of it? To be fair, there's so many other ships to try here. I need to go for all the ships. I haven't tried the M50 for a while. You can see that G meter there pulling, what, 6.17? 6. Doesn't sort of make sense. It flashed up 10 there. You would have thought it blacked out, but some of the ships don't seem to have as much G as others, which is really weird, i.e. you can turn a lot faster, and I think it's actually a bug. And also the yaw on some of the ships feels like it's not connected. I don't know if that's just a thing or not. Overall, the ship has got great manoeuvrability, that's what I found anyway, for flying around, bombing around, getting out of atmosphere. And I really feel that now with this new flight model in place, these ships are really going to come into life, because the ability to get in and out of atmosphere quickly, as we've all found if you've got a sort of larger ship, is paramount, really. What I mean by that is the bigger ships, like the capital ships and maybe something like the Carrack and a lot of the other ships that take smaller ships, there's a reason for that, because if you come into out of this atmosphere, you could leave your ship there and then go and fly and land with the other one. Why'd you do that? Because it's probably 4 or 5 times quicker. Obviously, if you're going to pick up loads of cargo, it's a different story, but overall, I must admit, I've been using this ship a lot. The visibility's great. I've got no real complaints about it, really. Let's have a look on the outside. I think it looks nice. I don't know, I was going to say it looks like the Avenger a little bit, the sort of same colour scheme. Not too sure on the white. I would like to get some other colours as well. I don't think the white really complements the ship, because you lose the shadows, didn't you? You lose the angles of the ship, and there are some there. Where the doors are and everything. So maybe I'd like to see this maybe in a different colour. Look pretty cool. See, all the weapons are swap outable. A couple of rockets there as well on the sides. We're definitely missing some sounds inside. Look at them engines as well, worry. Not a huge amount on the engine trail, is there? Or on the engine. Oh, there we go. Take that back. Look like futuristic engines, I must say. They do look pretty cool. Overall, what a fantastic ship. I think if you own a 300 series, although you probably won't get to see the rest of them straight away, I'll be pretty pleased with this. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I think it was worth the wait. I think it's much, much better than the previous one was. See if we can get a bit of a better angle there as well. Nice and easy to make a lovely screenshot of this ship. It's a very good looking ship, I must admit. So, all in all, let me know what you think. Do you have a 300 series? Are you happy with what you've seen so far? I can tell you now, if you haven't tried flying it, you are not going to be disappointed. It flies really well. Once you get used to the new flight mechanic, you're going to be rocketing along on this. And now you can do cargo, easy, and do the small box runs. What a fantastic ship. And the last thing on the agenda today, if you're looking to join a Star Citizen organisation, check out the link in the description or fill in that. Or maybe you're looking to join Star Citizen. There's a referral link down the bottom there that will get you some cash. And also you can secure your name to make sure when Star Citizen does go live that you can just keep your name basically. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.